What's going on YouTube? My name is FG3000. I'm back in the place to be and welcome back to Ninja Voltage. In today's video, after playing Surprise Attack Mission for a few days, there's a few basic tips that I wanted to share with you, and we're gonna do them live because of course we are. So let's go ahead and get started. So number one, before we even talk about combat, probably the thing that you want to consider doing when you unseal a Ninetales, there is an RNG element to his HP and his level. If you really want to min-max it, this is what I recommend. I recommend trying to unseal, cancel, unseal, cancel, unseal, cancel until you get something that has a reasonable amount of HP. There are some that you can get that just have an absurd amount of HP, and it's going to take you so long to defeat them. And you get a bonus for fighting a Chroma with more HP, but it's not worth it. Like, I've seen them as high as 2.3 million, and it's just too much. It's just way too much. As you can see right now, we're fighting a 1.6 million, and that's because what we did was try to, we basically re-rolled until we got a 1.6 million one, and then we're just gonna fight this one. So that's the number one tip. Number two tip, there are two targeters in this encounter. A pink targeter, which is where you're targeting, and then this fuchsia targeter here. This is where Ninetales is the weakest. So you have to kind of play a little dance here. Do you risk your life to go to his weak side, or do you just try your best to maximize your damage on his strong side? And that's what you really kind of have to consider, because if you're dead, you do no DPS. So you don't want to just recklessly try to get to his weak side if it's going to put you into danger. So as you can see right now, I can reasonably get to that side, maybe not. So now here's the key. You saw that? Once your defense is down, you take so much damage. And what you want to do in that situation, I was basically screwed. I was in a corner, there was nothing I can do. But once you get defense down, there's two things that you need to do. One of two things that you need to do. Either you need to run away, just go out of range of Ninetales. That works really well if you have a support character like a Tsunade or a Sakura who can actually do something while they're very far away. Or if you are like a Naruto or a Sasuke or something like that and you don't want to just go out of range and do nothing, what you should do if you have defense down is stick to his hind legs. That is the safest place you can be, but it's not 100% safe, obviously. But if you take any damage with defense down, you're going to take either a majority of your life or be one shot depending on what your power level looks like. So that's something to be very aware of. And like I said just a few minutes ago, yeah, you want to do DPS. You don't want to lit up on the DPS, but if you have defense down, there's so much of a risk of you dying. It's probably better to play it a little safe and do minimal DPS as opposed to no DPS if you're dead. So that's the gist of the fight. Let's do another encounter here. Ah, too late. And here's an idea of what I'm talking about here. Look at this. So there's a level 22 in advance, a level 27, 22, 21, etc., 27. So like I said, that's not required. But if you want to kind of min-max, you definitely want to shoot for ones that are weaker. As long as it's advanced, you're going to get a ton of event points. So that's just, like I said, you do get a bonus for fighting stronger ones, so I don't want to deter you from trying to fight a stronger version of one, but just be prepared that they will take longer, and you might actually run out of time, depending on what type of luck you get with people dying in the encounter. So here's a situation where I want to get onto the other side, but look at that, I got stuck on his head, so I said screw it, and I'm just going to do some damage. So here I am, I'm finally gonna, so I got defense down. So here's my two options. I'm just gonna run away for now, and I'm gonna mosey around to his hind leg. I'm gonna try to stay in the fight. I'm gonna try to stay in the fight as much as I can. I got stuck on his tail here, like a noob. Oh my god, I'm stuck on his tail. So his front paw, I don't wanna be. I don't wanna be here. That's actually a bad move. But here we go. And he flips around very often. So I was on his weak side just a second ago, but now I'm on his strong side. There goes his double claw slam. I think that is the one that does the... Nope, the double claw slam does the slow. the swipe does the defense down. So as you can see, I'm out of range of his scream. I don't have to worry about anything. I'm just gonna go ahead and heal my teammates up while I'm out here and try to reposition myself back to his hind leg. Once again, this is kind of the perks of playing Tsunade. I can kind of afford to do that. Now it's down. I'm gonna be right there. See, as you can see, it's not very easy to always stay on his weak side. He does a really good job of trying to protect that thing. But here we go. Thanks to Tsunade, I can basically kind of cheese it because of my invincibility. There goes the scream. Now, there are ninja tools in the shop that correspond to every type of debuff. Blindness, silence, slow, poison, everything except for shock or stun. Hopefully that comes soon. Oh, I got defense down. I'm in a really bad position. Hopefully that comes soon. I would like to see a ninja tool to kind of increase our resistance to electricity, or I keep saying electricity, to shock, to stun, because that would be very helpful on this fight going forward, because we will see this fight again. All right, I'm gonna shimmy my way over to his weak side. But I think for my next ninja tool, I'm gonna go ahead and pick up the one that gives you resistance to slow. And I'm hoping, and this is an FG prediction, not a very good one, but here's an FG prediction. I'm hoping that Raya will be used to enhance our ninja tool. So like +1, +2, +3, +4, that type of thing that we see in lots of hero collectors. Usually gold is used for those types of things. So maybe, once again, I have no idea. I'm just being, oh, there we go. Just being typical FG with that. So that's pretty much the fight there. So in a nutshell, try to get yourself a Ninetales with a reasonable amount of HP. I say go all advanced all the time. The beginner and the intermediate just don't give enough. So if you have enough power, go for the advance if you can. Like, look at this guy, Beast right there. That's the matches you want to jump in. But at level 28, that's actually a ton of HP, even though it's almost dead. So you actually might get screwed over if you join that room. All right, let's go ahead and finish this one off. So yeah, so try to find yourself the weakest chroma that you can find by unsealing and then canceling the encounter. Try to focus your best on his weak point, but not at the expense of your life. That is dumb. If you're dead, you do no DPS. If you have defense down, play it as safe as you possibly can, either by outranging him or sticking to his hind legs. And that's pretty much it. Rinse and repeat. Now, talking about this encounter, there's a few things that I think need to be adjusted a little bit. I think that the matchmaking, unfortunately, I think that might be the MO of this game. When it comes to matchmaking, they didn't think it through. They did not think the matchmaking through. So let me try to get over here real quick. So right now, if you join another person's raid, you have no incentive in joining a raid that has a lot of HP, because you're not going to be there for when it dies. You only get the bulk of the rewards when you are actually present at his death. So it really sucks for people that don't have a guild, because they can only, if they want to maximize how many points they get, they should only ever join a raid that is almost dead. There is zero incentive to joining a fresh raid, because you will not be able to be there when it actually dies. So what Bandai needs to do is really simple. They just need to drag the team with you. So after you fight an encounter, the same team needs to queue up again, and then you can drag that team into the next encounter. They shouldn't automatically clear your party every single time the match is over. That doesn't make any sense, and it screws over the people that were there for you. And there's pretty much impossible to find those people again. So they need to make it so that after the match is over, that same team gets automatically re-queued up again for the next encounter, and you give the leader the ability to kick anybody if they want to, just in case, you know, someone really sucked or was too weak to be there in the first place, so you can replace them with new members and things like that. Now, are there going to be scumbags that I can already see it now? Are there going to be scumbags that create a room, You stay there for the entire encounter, all the way until the very end, and then they kick everybody and bring in new people. Yeah, because people are scumbags. I totally get it, but that's not going to be the norm. And if it is the norm, we got bigger problems on our hands. So that's something that will instantly fix the pickup group matchmaking overnight. And that'll allow, like right now, if you start a brand new fresh room, you're only going to get people in your room that don't know any better. Those are the only people that are going to join your room. Oop, ooh, knocked him down again. So we got him down to his purple bar, which is a beautiful, beautiful thing. What I would also like to see, I would like to see him be able to be confused. I know he can be poisoned, but I would love to see him have a small chance to be confused. I know he gets knocked down, but I don't think it has anything to do with anybody's ability. I would love for him to have a chance of being knocked down as well, based off of like fireballs and things like that. But there's no reason he should be immune to everything. That's one thing I've always disliked about MMOs. And this is kind of side topic, but it's relevant. Like in MMOs, you'll have an ability that stuns, or ability that throws something, or some type of ability that works on every single mob. But as soon as you fight a boss, it doesn't work. I've always hated that. Like, let my abilities work on bosses. And here we go. Let's go ahead and finish it off. As you can see right now, his weak point is his head. So for most people, this is not a good place to be, but I'm playing Tsunade, so I'm invincible for a small period of time, so I can just run up to his head and smack him. Now right now, I'm gonna start shimmying my way to his hind leg. There's no reason for me to be right there in front of him, especially against the wall like that. There goes his double hand smack. So you got slow down there. I wish there was a better way, like a better tell for his little tornado spin there. Now you can kind of avoid that. Some abilities have invincibility frames. So there is, if you are willing to save your ability, you can time it and hit the ability right when he does a tornado spin and you won't get hit. But I'm not sure, that might be a DPS loss there. A net DPS, oh come on, I was hitting my ultimate. I was hitting it. I've been doing nothing the last 15 seconds. All right, right up in his face. Who you yelling at? And you got to be careful because sometimes the boss just kind of knocks you out of position that you wanted to kind of be in. Now we might have to do one more round of this. Yep, we lost too many people here. There's the slow down, which kind of ruins your day. Look at this. But you can still dash. So joke's on you, buddy boy. Alright, I'm gonna make my way back towards his face. Hit my ultimate. Nice. He's such a bouncy little guy, isn't he? Ah, come on. My ultimate just wore off. Alright, yeah, we're gonna have to do this again. 98,000. Who are you looking at? Came right over here to jump on me, huh? I'm still just gonna hit him in his face just because. 10 more seconds. Here's the one shot. Oh, look at that. Tsunade can take it. All right, one more round. And down he goes. And that will do it. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is Ninja Voltage and a few tips that I've learned fighting Ninetales over the last couple of days. If you have any additional tips, definitely leave them in the comment section below. There is the breakdown of the points that you receive. And like I said, look at how many points you get. It's just, There's no point in doing beginner or intermediate if you have the power to do advanced. There's no point. It's not even close. But that will do it. I will see you guys next video. Later.